Good morning, everyone. It is both an honor and a moment of pride to welcome a distinguished guest who is an accomplished medical professional and an alumnus of our modern senior secondary school, Patiala.
Dr. Amandeep Singh Bakshi, MBBS MS in orthopedics, completed his matriculation at Modern Senior Secondary School, Patiala in 1985. He then pursued medicine at Guru Gobind Singh Medical College, Faridkot, and earned his postgraduate degree in orthopedics from Government Medical College, Patiala.
With years of experience serving in government hospitals across Rajpura, Nabha, Samana, and Dhuri, Dr. Bakshi joined Government Medical College, Patiala as a faculty member in 2014. Today, he leads as professor and head of Unit 2 in the Department of Orthopedics.
His training includes prestigious fellowships from Leelavati Hospital, Mumbai, and Pius Hospital, Hamburg, Germany, specializing in complex knee and hip surgeries. He has also been trained in disaster management by the Government of India, equipping him to respond in times of crisis.
Beyond his clinical practice, Dr. Bakshi is a respected leader in the medical community. His expertise in orthopedics is reflected in his pioneering achievement of the first ever reverse shoulder replacement at Government Rajindra Hospital, Patiala, successfully treating a complex fracture in a 75-year-old patient. He has set a new benchmark in delivering advanced healthcare to the region. Please join me in extending a warm and heartfelt welcome to Dr. Amandeep Singh Bakshi. Over to you, sir.
Such wonderful words. Honestly, I don't have words. Thank you, Manpreet ma'am, for inviting me here. Thank you, Harpreet ji, and I am sorry for disturbing you so long, responding to your messages so late. And I'm extremely sorry for that. All the faculty of Modern Senior Secondary School and all the wonderful kids. So I can see your dresses have changed from white shirt to light pink shirts. We had khaki trousers and white shirts when we were students of this college, this school, sorry. The moment I entered this building, a great nostalgia, overcome me. The same road, the same gate. I used to enter in this school with a knicker, with my shirt half tucked in, half tucked out, with bag on my shoulders, with a water bottle which was always leaking, running for the prayers which were right across this hall, to standing in front of you as a speaker. I won't say that I am a speaker. I have come to interact with you. I have come to relive my school days with you. I still remember my teachers, whom I don't know whether you will appreciate or not. We used to call our vice principal Reena ma'am, but I don't know when the whole class started talking to her as Reena auntie. The transition was enormous. Ranjit ma'am, Gil auntie, Majitia ma'am. Their pictures, the way of teaching, that all rushed into my head the moment I entered the school. I don't know how to say. I just messaged today morning in my class group, WhatsApp class group, one of my classmates, Dr. Amritpal, she is in Amritsar, you're going to our school. And I just told Manpreet ma'am that this is the stage me and Amritpal had a big fight on a debate for first position. And I just said, Amritpal, the same stage. Once I was part of you and somebody else used to talk. I don't know, today I am talking to you. I don't know. It's nostalgia. So thank you, Modern School, for whatever I have achieved. I must tell you that this is the alma mater which made me a good human being. Doctor, engineer, professional, the sare ban jande ne, but the values of life which Modern School gave it to me, they are beyond any comparison. So I wanted to share my memories with you, but Manpreet ma'am said, no, your memories are too long, you will not stop till evening. So just talk for 20 minutes on medicine and technology. and how this technology is changing our scenario a lot. And I request all my young students, and of course my fellow teachers also, I am also a medical teacher, to stop me in between and interact with me. It's not a didactic lecture, it's not a one-way traffic. And wherever you get bored, because yes, I promise you, I'm going to bore you a lot, just raise your hands ki sir, aap bore nahi hona humne. So, what is medicine? And what technology has in it? So I just wrote a few words, I will not remember. So as medicine and technology continue to intertwine, the future holds not just longer lives, but deeper understanding, where healing will be predictive, personalized and profoundly humane. Tomorrow's medicine will be written by algorithms. It will not be, a human touch like old Hakims and Wells used to do. It is going to be very scientific, with equations along with it. You will be delivered by machines. You are going to be treated by machines now. And yes, guided by timeless art of human compassion. You can't replace human compassion. And medical field is all about compassion. A good doctor with a bad words cannot become a good doctor. That's my opinion. And then, since technology is advancing very fast, sitting under the tree, now under the fans, under the ACs, talking on the landline phones and now coming to the smartphones, technology is running very fast. Will the doctors be obsolete? That's a question. I ask my teachers, my fellow friends also, will teaching be obsolete? I don't think so it will be obsolete because, see, a lot of videos, if you ask for Newton's law of motion, every student has access to the knowledge. Har ek Google de, har ek ChatGPT de available hai. So it's not the knowledge which we are going to earn from the school or from the medical sciences. It is the compassion, it's how to apply the knowledge which we are going to learn. So will doctors be obsolete? That's a question. Doctors can use technology and internet to better self-educate and remain current. You need to be current. You need to be abreast with the latest developments. They can use apps, more sophisticated electronic medical records to run their clinics in a more efficient way. Telemedicine is the need of the hour. 2020 COVID made it happen. Nobody used to come out of the home, but yes, we used to treat people, patients used to get treated, and that was the advent of telemedicine and telehealthcare in the whole world. But mind it, my dear friends, you may not agree with it, but one day most physicians will be replaced by increasingly sophisticated software and AI programs. And patients will turn to digital assistants and robotics for majority of their care, and that future is not too far off. You'll have apps on your mobile phones very soon. And for little ailments like cough, cold, fever, you'll be not going to the doctors. You can treat yourself. I always say to my medical students, my students in medical college, that if a patient comes to you and he's an educated patient, he's not coming to you for the diagnosis. Because Dr. Google has already made the diagnosis which he has read. But what is the problem? What is the problem here? Google is making 2 plus 2 4. But in medical science it is never 2 plus 2 4, it is 2 plus 2 5 or 3 or 7 or 8 or 9. So Dr. Google will treat you, will help you diagnose the disease but not diagnose it precisely. So there is a rise of virtual assistant everywhere. We are looking to Siri every time. Wherever we go, we just add Google Maps. हमें अब रास्ता पूछना नहीं पड़ता किसी को रोक के भाई ये गली किधर को जाती है. Just put the location and reach there. Alexa is, I think many students and many teachers are having Alexa. वो जो सुबह कहते हैं Alexa पुराने गाने सुना दो आज मूड खराब है ना? So we have Alexa everywhere. In our homes, if you are making a new home, so you see there is virtual assistance even in lighting your lights. इतना कुछ आ गया कि आप हॉस्पिटल से घर जा रहे हो, आपको 1 किलोमीटर पहले बोल दो कि भाई मेरा एसी ऑन करते, मुझे गर्मी लगती है, एंड एसी विल गेट ऑन. सो एवरीथिंग इज बिकमिंग वर्चुअल. बट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, इज इट राइट वे ऑफ डूइंग थिंग्स? दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. एंड हु इज गोइंग टू आंसर? नॉट मी, नॉट यू. टाइम इज गोइंग टू आंसर. Whatever is going to happen is right or wrong. If you go to a shop, if you ask me, did I buy 10 things? The cost of 10 things is this. I can calculate it on my hand. Because I used to get scolding by Rajindra ma'am when I was in 9th class कि उल्लू दे पट्ठे 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 18, 20, 22 का टेबल जबानी याद होना चाहिए. Do you remember? No, you don't, because you are used to calculator. We didn't have calculator in our times. So it seems highly probable that public will become increasingly comfortable and then dependent on digital virtual assistant. I'm saying dependent. Everybody is going to be dependent, and that dependency is going to kill us one day. What will become doctors after next 20 years? That's a question mark. Are we going to order robots for a surgery or for a treatment? Or maybe things will change, robots are going to order us. That's a $1 million question. Time will tell what is going to happen. And time will tell whatever we are doing is right or wrong. We do not know yet. So what is the current state of medical technology? You all know Apple Watches. Most of the people are wearing Apple Watches, and I promise you, if you ask what is Apple Watch to anybody who is wearing it, तो उदा पहला जवाब की होगा कि मैं जी 10,000 steps पूरे करने हैं, मैं दिख जाता मैं कितना चल रहा. Because it is a myth that 10,000 steps a day makes you healthy, just like eat an apple and you stay away from a doctor. That is the wearing of Apple Watch. But yes, there are wearable health trackers available. They can record your BP. When I was a student, Dr. B.K. Chopra, my HOD of medicine, used to say कि patient का BP सवेरे शामी monitor करना है, हफ्ता देखना है, उस तो बाद देखेंगे पर दवाई क्यों देनी है. And that's a foregone way. Now we have Apple Watches, we have watches where our BP, our heart rate, our rhythm is being recorded 24 hours a day. When we are sleeping, when we are talking, when we are angry, when we are scolding somebody, when we are watching a movie. So all our emotions are being recorded by our blood pressure in a simple watch. And that is going to help us treat the patient. Telemedicine, you all know telehealthcare. It is into electronic health records. Now everything is fed electronically. Then robots. Like everywhere, robotic surgery, that is in the vogue. And there are few emerging technologies. The biggest one is artificial intelligence. Are you all aware of artificial intelligence? Can you raise your hands, please, students? Are you aware of what is artificial intelligence? Few of them. Artificial intelligence is something a computer is able to do by processing the data which we are feeding to the computer. The computer can do, analyze and respond like the humans, but yes, without emotions. That is important. Now 3D printing, that is a wonderful thing which has happened in medical science. See, this is a pelvis. If you all know, I don't have a pointer, I suppose. This is a picture of pelvis on the right side. This is normal pelvis of you, me and everybody. And this pelvis we had created with this 3D printer which is us in my hospital. And you can create a pelvis of anything, of stainless steel, of titanium, of wax, anything. What is the benefit of it? You are having a roadside accident, you lost a piece of bone on the road. What used to happen earlier? Kuch nahi hai ji, langda hoke throw, we can't do anything, that's it. Now we have 3D printer. We measure the length of the patient's leg, we measure the length of the pelvis, we feed it is male or female, we put the age into it, and yes, we can do 3D printing. And how much does this machine cost? It doesn't cost crores. It costs us few lakhs, 7-8 lakhs. And see the advancement which is going to happen. In dentistry, now दांत निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है, हम 3D printing से दांत बना सकते हैं. चाहे वो स्टील का हो, चाहे वो सोने का हो, चाहे का चांदी का हो, and we can put it. And it works wonderful. Now gene editing. 15 years down the lane, if a lady could not conceive, the answer was कि भाई adopt कर लो बच्चा. Adoption is obsolete now. We have so many methods. आपने कभी सोचा होगा, I must ask my friends also, कभी सोचा था कि कोई बेबी का बर्थ हो रहा है और उसकी umbilical cord is the attachment between mother and the kid. That is being preserved these days in Delhi, Bombay. Corporate hospitals charge you money to save your umbilical cord of the child which is just born. For what? When the child will be 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, if he suffers from disease, the cells of umbilical cord, they will be used for the treatment. This is the advancement in medicine technology we said. I couldn't think when I was doing my MBBS कि जिंदगी में ये भी होगा कभी. जब placenta, which is feeding the womb, in the mother's womb, the fetus, that placenta is used to treat wounds now. We could never think of it 15 years ago. Can I play this video? When I did my MBBS, they were simple x-rays. When I did my post-graduation, I just wanted to play. When I did my post-graduation, we had digital x-rays and we used to say, oh boss, yaar sara x-ray, sara fracture bada acha sa dikh raha hai. Then came CT scan, then came MRI. Unfortunately, this is not being played. This is actually a picture of a true pelvis 2 days ago of my own patient who suffered a roadside accident, and I am unable to play it because this whole pelvis, this is the original human being, this will rotate. You will not appreciate there is no fracture here. आज से 10 साल पहले हम कहते थे भाई तेरे को कोई फ्रैक्चर नहीं है, बंदा 2 महीने बाद लंगड़ा होकर चलता था, सारी उम्र के लिए लंगड़ा हो जाता था. But now the technology is that this pelvis rotates. We can rotate it over a fingertip. My own mobile has that application, yours is not having. So I can rotate this whole picture 360 degrees around it and upside down it to see precisely where the fracture is and how I am going to treat it. So this is the kind of advancement. I'll just go briefly with 3 important advances in science and technology. One is exponential growth of information. This is not only in medical profession, this is I think in every profession. The information is too immense, too immense. You just cannot see how much information is available in social media, on internet, in books. And it is very easy to access that information. But the point is how to process that information. Is that information relevant to me, or is that information relevant to you, or is that information relevant to us? To whom it is relevant. There, at that point, is artificial intelligence, which is important, which tells you this particular information is meant for you, this is not meant for us, this is not meant for me. As an orthopedic surgeon, I don't want to know anything about heart because I am not a cardiologist. But a cardiologist will not like to see what a pelvis is going on, what a fracture is going on, how to treat a person with a hip fracture. So, distribution of this data is what AI is doing. And that makes things very complex. So that is a complexity theory. Things become very complex with that. And yes, artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning are the recent vogues. See, Alvin Toffler was a writer. I don't know how much of you love reading books. I do love reading books, and this habit was given to me by modern school teacher Mrs. Gill. She was my class teacher in 8th standard. And she used to come and ask us, थोड़े जो केड़ा बच्चा बाहर गुल्ली डंडा खेल के आया, केड़ा बच्चा वीडियो गेम्स खेल के आया, क्योंकि उधर वीडियो गेम्स आई सी नवियां. We used to pay 2 rupees to the shopkeeper and play video games. और केड़ा बच्चा बुक्स लेके आया. और जेड़ा बच्चा वीडियो गेम्स लेके आया सी, मैडम का बड़ा जोर दी चांटा पैंदा सी. Probably things have changed. Now we people cannot say anything to you. Your parents are going to bark on us. But mind it, I have been beaten by my teacher. I know Verma sir, he used to hold over hands and grip it like anything. I remember Keval sir. Recently we had a get together of our school mates and we all remembered Keval sir sadda ko hath pad lende si, chhuda nahi sakte si. And our sports teacher Mattu sir, he still comes to my house, he is my patient now. Mattu sir used to say, कहते आ जाते हैं डॉक्टर साहब की हाल है. मैं कहा यार उदों नहीं किया तुसी 9वीं 10वीं डॉक्टर साहब चपेड़ पैंदी सी हाथ पट के. हुण डॉक्टर साहब करी जांदे हो. And he used to beat us, and probably those slaps, those scoldings made us better human beings. I still remember them. So what Alvin Toffler said, sorry yaar मैं emotional होके side track हो जाना, please मैंने माफ करना. So Alvin Toffler was in 1970. You were not born, I was born in 1970. Toffler wrote in the book Future Shock. He said that things are changing too quickly to make sense. We are not able to make sense why things are changing so quickly. And his shortest definition for this term was too much change in too short a period of time. Does any student know what a pager is? Please raise your hands. Yeah? Are you all awake? Good morning. You are all sleeping. Good morning. Are you scared of your teachers? Then shout good morning. Awaken up. I'm not that bored. Am I? Do you know what a pager is? When I was doing my post-graduation, just 23-24 years ago, ज़्यादा लंबा साइकिल 2 decades, we were given pagers and we were sitting on the top of the world. कि हुण असी अपने वार्ड चों बाहर निकल के कॉफ़ी हाउस में कॉफ़ी पीन जा सकते हैं। जे कोई पंगा पिया स्टाफ नर्स बीप कर देगी, बिजनेस करूँगा, असी वापस फ़ोन कर लाँगे। एंड वी यूज्ड टू रश टू द नियरेस्ट लैंडलाइन, कॉल सिस्टर जी की हो गया। एंड वी यूज्ड टू फ्लॉन्ट अवर पेजर टू अवर फैमिलीज। ऑनेस्टली वी यूज्ड टू फ्लॉन्ट। सानू पेजर मिले डिपार्टमेंट चो। यू पीपल डू नॉट नो व्हाट अ पेजर इज। 23 साल पहला जिहड़ी चीज़ नूं मैं फ्लॉन्ट कीता सी, तुहानूं पता ही नहीं की चीज़ है। From pages it came to phones, and phones were, you know, this big phones, Nokia 3100. Incoming calls 10 rupees a minute, outgoing calls incoming 7 rupees, outgoing 10 rupees. I still remember. कोई सा phone आ जाता सी तो मौत पै जाती सी, 7 रुपये लग गई. This was the fact. Then came small phones, then became smartphones, and now phone is not a phone. It's a camera. It's a computer. You can access your mails to it. You can edit pictures into it. You can make videos into it. And I made this whole presentation on my mobile phone only, not on my laptop. And then I shifted it to my laptop because sitting in the hospital, sitting in OTs, I made this presentation. So the scenario is changing too fast, and it is actually shocking us. What you people are saying that this is the new thing. 10 years down the lane, you will say, I am not going to use it. This is obsolete. Nobody could ever imagine that one day a car will come which will not have a driver. Tesla has made it, and it is now going strong. Who could imagine that electricity will run a car? And who could imagine in China, in a small town where average OPD per day is 3,000 patients a day, a normal doctor was unable to do justice to the patients. So China became the first country in the world to start a hospital where all the 14 doctors were AI doctors. They were not human beings, they were robots. And the medical literature says that the accuracy rate of a robot is 93%, which is, to be very honest, better than a human doctor. A human doctor's pass percentage or accuracy percentage, the best of doctor accuracy percentage is 86%. No doctor can be better than 86%. Nobody can be 100% perfect. But a robot, AI doctor is proving that he is accurate by 93%. And just imagine a hospital where there is no human being, all robots are treating you. So this is making you all complex. I won't go through these details. In India, Dr. Harshvardhan, he was a Union Health Minister in 2019 in BJP government. He was himself a renowned doctor, one of the best ENT surgeons of North India. So since he was a doctor, he introduced artificial intelligence in public health system of India on June 12, 2019. So in India, it all developed in 2019. So AI is the new electricity now. And what Dave Waters says, predicting the future isn't magic now. It is artificial intelligence. If you go to an astrologer now, oh, कागज लेके पत्री नहीं देखता. He'll just open his laptop. तेरे ग्रह कक्का थे, and he will feed your data, and your future is going to come out of it. And what Bill Gates said, I think you all know who Bill Gates was, and sorry, humans should be worried about the threat posed by artificial intelligence. The picture is not that rosy. And the bad part of artificial intelligence or whole human technology, which is increasing day by day, is going to happen in your lifetime only. And what Stephen Hawking said, does anybody know who is Stephen Hawking? Any of the students? Yeah, wonderful. Stephen Hawking is a known physicist. He is no more. He suffered from a disorder of muscular dystrophy. And he is the only person on this earth whose IQ matched the IQ of Newton. I hope you all know who Newton was. Newton's 3 laws of motion. You all know it. And only person on this earth till now who was buried alongside Newton is Stephen Hawking. He could not write. At the age of 28, he could not walk. So he married his nurse. The nurse became his wife, and he used to speak and she used to write. Then the disease progressed. Then he used to move his jaws only. He could not even speak. He moved his jaws and he put some needles over here which used to get transcription, which only his wife could read, and she used to write it for him. And Stephen Hawking is the person who gave the theory of black hole. Probably you people all know black hole theory. He said that AI is likely to be either the best or the worst thing to happen to humanity. Even we do not know if it's very good or it's going to be very bad. So AI contains machine learning, simple artificial intelligence, deep learning. So there are 3 stages of AI, and we presently are at the age of narrow AI, going to general AI. So on your left side is human being, on the right side is the artifact of AI. What is narrow AI? When it is dedicated to assist a task, which we say. The example of narrow AI is, आजकल अपने को घर च स्क्रब करने वाली मशीन आ गई है. You just on it और थोड़ा घर दा पोछा ला देती है सारे. You see spam in your emails. Unwanted mails are moved into spam. That is narrow AI. You are writing something on your mobile phone, the next letter sometimes comes on it. That is narrow AI. But that is helping us. What happens when we go to general AI? It takes the knowledge from one domain. You feed something and it transfers to another domain, and now AI is looking in our eyes. Ki, come on human being, I am going to challenge you. I am also intelligent like you. That is humanoid robots. आप लोग IPL सारे देखते होंगे. IPL में टॉस होती है तो एक रोबोट डॉग आता है. देखा सबने? 3 days before yesterday, 4 days from now, that robot dog was कोई switch उधर उल्ट दब गया सी. And who was the captain of Mumbai Indians? Hardik Pandya. If you just go back, he jumped on Hardik Pandya. So now that dog was saying it to Hardik Pandya कि तू कहाँ जाएगा, मैं भी तेरे को मार सकता हूँ. So that is the position of general AI. Then what becomes super AI? We are going to super AI for sure. The size of AI, we do not know how long it is, and we are becomes very small, tiny creatures. जैसे साबू के सामने हम खड़े होते, चाचा चौधरी वाला साबू, हमें मार देगा वो. Machines that are an order of magnitude smarter than humans, and this time is going to come, and there is a paradigm shift in AI in healthcare. So these are telemedicine, lifestyle management, disease management. These are the apps which are available for us. Hundreds, thousands, lakhs of apps are already available to us, available to you people also. You can pay and get that app. You don't need to come to me. You can just say कि डॉक्टर साहब मैं अपनी ऐप पाई सी मैंने आप बीमारी है मैंने इलाज दसो. And sometimes ऐप इलाज भी दस देती है, पेशेंट ठीक होए ना होए वो बात की गल है. So there are a lot of things which are happening. The medical industry is generating tremendous amount of data. We actually already become slave to artificial intelligence. We have actually become slave. If I have to write a publication, you have to write a journal, you have to give a thesis to my student. So I also go in the laptop, I search PubMed journals, I just search MS journal, what is going on in the world. And from that I choose a topic and give it to my student, okay, you do research on this. And whatever the research comes, I put it again on that PubMed. Somebody else takes it. Somebody else does advanced research on it. So that way things are going on. We have already become slave. But vast number of data. We actually need computer to distinguish what is required to us. So the current healthcare system and its effect on patient welfare, there aren't just enough hours in a day. 24 hours is a very smaller time. I always say sometimes to my friends, कि यार काश दिन 48 घंटे का होता. We are short of time. We have so much workload. Absence of real-time patient information. 2020 COVID changed the whole scenario. There are electronic health records. Of course, जो तो कोई चीज़ अपने को मिलती है, अपन यूज़ भी करते हैं. And we become slave to that also. There's abundance of information. Every month over 7,000 articles are published in primary care journals for a doctor to read. 7,000 articles, each article averages 5 pages. So 7,000 into 5, 35,000 pages. Is it humanly possible? Is it humanly possible? Yeah, you don't speak. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਕੂਲ 'ਚ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ 8ਵੀਂ 9ਵੀਂ 10ਵੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਟੀਚਰ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਸੀ ਬੋਲੀ ਨਾ ਚਪੇੜ ਪਊਗੀ ਬੋਲੀ ਨਾ ਚਪੇੜ ਪਊਗੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਯਾਰ. Come on, speak up. Can you read 35,000 pages? You just cannot. You can't read this in 1 year also. So that is where AI has a role to distinguish that data. We need that. And my dear friends, time is not far away when I'll say to you that who is going to assist me in surgery? My staff nurse, my junior doctor, and of course Siri and Alexa also. I'll also go back to Siri. It is difficult for me to go to books and read that long chapter if I'm going to new surgery. I just go to Siri, I just go to Google, I just go to, Embase medical journals कि क्या हो रहा है दुनिया में, ये सर्जरी क्या करनी है. Honestly, this kid said that I did my first reverse shoulder. This surgery, reverse shoulder, was the first in any government hospital in Punjab. I did it. And I took the help of AI. I went into Liverpool University journals. I went into American journals. What kind of surgery they are going on? I ordered my vendor in Delhi कि I want this implant for this patient. I went to, it is very difficult for me to go through the 3,000 pages. So I just went into that library. I paid that library. I want to enter into your page. I want to learn this thing the way you are doing it. And friends, if you see an orthopedic surgeon playing games on his laptop or phone, don't get agitated. He is actually trying to become smart to operate a robot. So we are excused to play video games because we want to be smarter than a robot, how to handle a robot. So what are the benefits? I'll just be very fast. Good accurate diagnosis, that's a benefit for artificial intelligence. Human errors are definitely reduced. Cost reduction is there, going to a doctor, sitting in his room, that is reduced. And yes, there is virtual presence. Everybody's home, everybody's laptop can have some kind of medical data into their phone and get themselves treated. So there is a lot of things are going on in AI. And in India also in public health sector with the help of Niti Aayog and Department of Biotechnology by Government of India, they have started imaging biobank of cancer patients. Cancer is coming very fast in India. So they have made an imaging biobank. So what is imaging biobank? Just briefly. You take a picture of a tumor, of an MRI, do its histopathology, take the picture of the slide, put it into this biobank data. That biobank data is going to compare your slide, your picture of MRI, your physical picture of the part with hundreds, thousands and millions of other pictures. It will itself cross-match. अपने आप cross करके negative, positive answer ही आ गया. Then it will give you 2 or 3 probable diagnoses. So that biobank cancer bank is available now in India also. All the specialties of our profession, they are now using AI. All the specialties with different, modes. I won't go into the details. So there is a lot of speed. Doctor says, I'm still reviewing the lab results, and the computer says, okay, my dear friend, I have treated the patient and this is your discharge. Let me go home. Speed is there in robots. You all know 3G, 4G, 5G. And now recently, I was going through the newspaper, China is launching, there's a, economic warfare going on between China and US, you probably all know. China has recently declared, I think on 16th of this month, 16th or 17th, that China is going to launch a 10G speed, not 4G, 5G, China is going to launch 10G. China has already launched space disks. Space disk is to compete with ChatGPT. So it is evading all professions, and yes, this picture is the picture in the Invisible Man. Has anybody seen the movie Invisible Man? It came 10 years ago. I saw it movie and I just love it. So Google's deep learning computers, they outsmart the creators. What was Invisible Man? The American army, the scientists of American army in a lab, they tried to create a person which on their orders will become invisible, enter the enemy's terror, kill the enemy, destroy its warfare, and then come back, and then they will make it visible. And they were successful. They made it. They made such kind of creature. But what happened after that? The creature was smart enough than the creator. He self-booted himself. He took the control that it is not you who is going to make me visible and invisible, I'll make myself invisible and visible. And that computer, that creature created a havoc in American army. So American army made that creature to kill USSR army, Russian, but it got a self-goal. So this kind of deep learning by the computers is going to kill us one day. And yes, robotic surgery, it's in vogue. Just imagine me sitting in the robot. I have been trained in robotic surgery also. So I am sitting in the robot and I am playing with all the tools and the robot is doing surgery for me. Sounds very interesting, like a science sci-fi movie. But what happens if there is a small nag in between? The computer, the robot doesn't take my orders. What will happen to the patient? You can't go back. And this thing happened last year in Liverpool University in two surgeries. One was a cardiac surgery, one was a gastrosurgery, where computers actually killed the patients in operation table and the doctor was sitting outside the operation table managing the robot. मेरे पास पेशेंट्स आते हैं बहुत सारे भी, सर आप नी रिप्लेसमेंट करते हो, आपने कितने कर दिए नी रिप्लेसमेंट, क्या आप रोबोट से करते हो? मैं क्या, नहीं मैं रोबोट से नहीं करता, मैं अपने दिल से करता हूँ। मेरे से सर्जरी करानी है तो मेरे हाथ तो करेंगे, मेरा दिल करेगा, मेरी मशीन नहीं करेगी। सो अगर मेरा दिल से आप करवाना चाहते हो तो आप आ जाओ, अगर आप दिमाग रोबोट के दिमाग से करवाना चाहते हो तो मेरे दोस्त के पास चले जाओ। So we are not aware, we are not, you're still sure what is going to happen to us. So in anesthesia, in all departments, you know, and this is one side I want to tell you. Why I want to tell you? Because patients जब आते हैं डॉक्टर के पास, you know what patient says? सर ये तुसी दर्द की गोली लिखी है, ਇਹਦਾ साइड इफेक्ट ਤਾਂ नहीं है, और मेरा जी करता जी बाल पट्ट ਲਾ ਦੇ। गंदी जी रेड़ी ਤੇ गोलगप्पे खाणगे, जिथे गोलगप्पे वाले ने हाथ भी नहीं धोते होंगे, सड़े जे होटल से मंचूरियन खाणगे, उत्थे साइड इफेक्ट नहीं आएगा, बट एक डॉक्टर को आके पूछेंगे कि इस दवाई का कोई साइड इफेक्ट है? And my dear friends, if a molecule comes into the market and a doctor writes that molecule for you, it takes 12 plus years of research for that molecule from its infancy stage to the marketing stage. 12 plus years. And how much money? 2.8 billion US dollars. Imagine the money, 2.8 billion US dollars for one drug which a doctor is prescribing for you. So doctor जो लिखता है कभी साइड इफेक्ट नहीं होता, सोच के लिखता है. But once AI comes, this time is going to decrease, the money is going to decrease, and same way in other departments, I'll just skip over it. In insurance industry also AI is coming in a long way. IBM Watson, I want to tell you, IBM Watson was the first corporate big in US which went into healthcare artificial intelligence. What is the state of AI in India? There is a group Vyasa that provides mental health care through artificial intelligence. One of my friend's wife, she expired very young. She was a teacher in Blossom School. She had a roadside accident and she expired. The daughter was a wonderful, beautiful daughter. She was pursuing physiotherapy and she went into depression. And she refused to go to any doctor. The family refused that our child will go to any doctor because they were scared. किसी डॉक्टर को कुड़ी चलेगी तो कल कुड़ी का ब्याह भी करना, उन्होंने कहना तो कुड़ी तो पागल होगी. And I just messaged Vyasa. That artificial intelligence app helped her overcome the grief of her mother's loss, and now she is a normal girl. Then Manipal group of hospitals, they have attached with IBM for oncology. Arvind Eye Care Center. Arvind Eye Care Center is a group of chain of eye surgery hospitals in Visakhapatnam and Chennai. So they help Google make a program for artificial intelligence in eye diseases. Then there are startups also coming up. Yash Saigal and Gautam Chopra in 2015 started a B2 artificial intelligence app. They have already more than 50,000 patients across 1,500 countries. And you know, it is a money game. One of my students, Shagun, he is from Delhi, big man, big UP wala Amir Admi, filthy rich guy. He did his MS South under me. 2 years ago he passed. And he called me, sir, बहुत पढ़ाई कर ली, अब मैंने ऐश करनी है. पहली चीज़ उसने की अपना पेट्रोल पंप खोला. कहता पैसा कमाने, डॉक्टरी तो करते रहेंगे. And he made an app with the help of his friend who was a computer engineer from IIT Delhi. They started with a small investment of 2 crores. For us 2 crores is a big amount, but for Shagun it is peanut. He's a rich guy. They made me also one of the directors of that app. 2 years down the lane, he started this project. 1 year down the lane, that project came into the market. That is now working in Delhi and NCR. And you know what is the value of that 2 crores now? 1 year down the lane, 8 crores. How much he could have earned in orthopedics? That app is 8 crores now. There are various other, startups in these apps. And one day you will find me having a cup of coffee with popcorns and my robot is going to do surgery. This is going to happen in my lifetime only. What are the potential challenges? There are a lot of challenges into it. Big picture is not that rosy. There is high initial capital involvement. Money makes the bear go. अगर पैसा ही नहीं है तो क्या होगा? We need a lot of money to put it. There is potential of increased unemployment in a country like India where already unemployment is so much population is there. We are not getting jobs. It is going to increase the unemployment. If I have a robot with me, if I have a person to assist me, a machine to assist me, why I hire a staff nurse? Why I hire a junior doctor and pay money to him? So where will the juniors go? They are going to kill somebody to earn their livelihood. So there is difficulty in deployment. For a robotic surgery, we need an operation theatre of this size. Is it humanly possible, the way land prices are going up? There is reluctance among medical practitioners to adopt AI. That is true. Who wants to lose the job? And of course, there is a reluctance among the society also. Nobody wants to go to computers. And there are still a lot of federal regulations. The state has not given, the government of India has still not given the actual laws how to handle these computers, how to handle this intelligence. India is still lacking with federal laws. And there is a lot of infringement in the data in India. You must be seeing in the newspapers that data chori ho gaya, data chori ho gaya. This cannot happen in US. This cannot happen in Germany because they have laws. India is still lacking no federal laws. Will the internet and AI change medicine? It's a question you must be thinking. I always think, will it change medicine? But my answer is that patients and researchers will continue to amass massive quantities of health data. And a small computer is not going to handle it. We need to have supercomputers. And once Japan ruled the world, Japan is a very small country with little army. But Japan had a lot of industry, a lot of hardworking guys. So they ruled the world. Similarly, the future is now data. The healthcare vision, the healthcare personnel which will have access to the data is going to rule healthcare in the world. Patients will be more and more comfortable accessing the data from virtual assistants. Yes, patients are going to, you people all go to mobile phones. You people all go to Google. That's a fact, we have to admit it. Doctors of the future will need to reinvent themselves. Old age wala purana wala doctor nahi chalega. We need to reinvent ourselves. We need to run with the same pace as the machine is running, as the technology is running, to remain a relevant part of future healthcare delivery system. You all know Darwin's theory. Darwin said for survival of the fittest. So if you want to survive, you have to run with the technology. And yes, I must tell you students, technology is running ahead of you. When I started my medical profession as faculty, I used to go draw diagrams on the blackboard and then teach my MBBS students. I didn't know how to make a PPT. It took a lot of efforts, 2 years. I asked my students, I went to a computer training institute कि मुझे भाई PPT सिखाना समझा दो. जाता था मैं रात को 8 बजे के बाद, मुझे शर्म आती थी, कोई डॉक्टर सीखने आ रहे हैं यार. मेरे पेशेंट्स होते थे वहाँ पे. But I learned how to draw PPT. But now, ये भी obsolete हो गया भाई. Way of teaching has changed. I did an advanced course in medical education. I recently did a 6 months course in advanced course in medical education. They are saying PPT बना के पढ़ाएगा यार तुम. Canava is coming. So many softwares are coming. कितना कुछ आ गया वो पढ़ाने के लिए. This has become obsolete. And you know Spencer Johnson. Why I am putting the cover of books to you? I want you guys to develop, to inculcate the habit of reading. A book is your best friend. क्यों बेस्ट फ्रेंड है पता है? ऑन अ लाइटर नोट, आप बुक पढ़ रहे हो, आपको अच्छी नहीं, चला के मारो खिड़की से बाहर. आप अपने दोस्त को गेट आउट तो नहीं कह सकते. बट इफ यू रीड बुक्स, यू कैन गेट amass abundant number of knowledge, which you cannot get otherwise. And it is not that only your school books are important. Read fiction, read non-fiction books. And you know Spencer Johnson wrote a book, Who Moved My Cheese? That's the name of book. And this book is a motivational tale. It's a motivational story of fear, of your personal, of your professional growth in the changing scenario of technology. We have to go it. And it is very cheap. In Amazon, I think it is available of just 160 rupees. From your pocket money, you can buy it. And I request all of you to go through this book. It's a wonderful, wonderful book. So doctors have to participate and adapt to dramatic changes, or the patients will simply go right past the doctor and manage the care without them. That is truth. And I tell my students, one day the patient will see you now. You won't see the patient will see you now. Patient will always bring with his own complaints, diagnosis, treatment, and he will just come to confirm it कि यार मैंने ये ठीक किया भाई. You have to breast. तो उसके लड़ने के लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? आपको उससे एक स्टेप आगे जाना पड़ेगा. So you have to be. Another very good book is by Ray Kurzweil, The Singularity is Near. This is another wonderful book. Ray wrote it in 2005. So what is the dictionary meaning of singularity? Singularity means one. Two things become one. That is singularity. So Ray said a future period during which, I am just going to read the lines of this book. This is beautiful. A future period during which the pace of technological advance will be so rapid, its impact so deep, that human life will be irreversibly transformed. Mind it, irreversibly transformed. The singularity will represent the culmination of the merger of our biological thinking, what we are thinking right now, and existence with the technology, resulting in a world that is still humane but transcends our biological roots. So when singularity will become, there will be no distinction, post-singularity, between human and machine, or between physical and virtual. You might find Shah Rukh Khan having an affair with a virtual heroine in a movie. And what Ray predicted, that this is going to happen in 2045. And he wrote a sequel of his book also, Ray Kurzweil's son. He wrote a sequel of book in 2023, where he says that my dad was wrong, probably this will occur in 2040. And the year going on is 2025. So 15 to 20 years down the lane, you will have robots here giving you inspirational lecture. You will not have Dr. Bakshi here. You might be having a clone of Dr. Bakshi. I might be creating a clone.
But he may not be the luminous of this system.
Yeah, that is. Thank you. That's wonderful. So while preparing this PPT, I just went into the consumer data. Consumer for me is a patient. Who used AI? 47% said that we use AI because it is available whenever we need it, at any time of the day. Doctor is not available after 8 p.m., but the laptop is available. 36% say that it saves the time of avoiding a trip to the doctor. And of course, in Patiala is a small town, just think of going to a doctor in Delhi or Bombay. You just have to plan, you have to take a leave, you have to take an appointment, you have to wait in the doctor's chamber and then meet him. And 24% says that yes, it assesses vast amount of relevant information. But my dear friends, does the patient know that this information is relevant to him or her? Patient gets a lot of information, but whether it is relevant in his scenario, he doesn't know it. And that is the bad part of AI. And who didn't use AI? 29% they say that I like visiting a doctor. A human-to-human touch is really very important. I always tell my medical students that don't treat a patient without touching a patient. That touch will give you a lot of things. And if a doctor is smart, handsome like me, patient to aayega hi na yaar. Kyun nahi aayega? 26% have said that I don't understand enough about what this bloody data is saying. The whole amount of data is all fucked up. इसमें निकालना क्या है भाई मुझे नहीं पता चलता डॉक्टर के पास ही चलते हैं. 23% says I don't like to share my data. Who will like to share the data of his or her family to the computer, which will not keep it secret, which is going to put it into the multiple computers, into the supercomputer? A data feed in Patiala may be read in New York. Is it acceptable to you? No, it's not. I won't like my neighbor to know that I am suffering from a disease. That's a fact. That's a fact. My senior doctor, resident, my junior doctor, I won't name his name. He went into Bangalore last week for a 3 weeks down the lane for a fellowship. I arranged that fellowship for him. I got a call from my classmate who is head of pulmonology in Patiala that your student is in Bangalore. I said, yes, I sent him to Bangalore for his higher studies, for a 6-month fellowship. And the bloody he's back. He's back with tuberculosis of his lungs. And my student, my junior doctor, who I helped to arrange a fellowship, he was scared to let me know. Then I called him 4 days after that, Ki Harry, you are suffering from this and this, I want to come with you, let's go on a walk. I took him to Baradari, we walked, shared some lighter moments with him. And you know, जाते हुए वो क्या कहता सर, प्लीज किसी को बताना नहीं मुझे बीमारी हो गई है. क्या आप ये डाटा शेयर करना चाहोगे दुनिया के साथ? नो. So what are the pros and cons of AI? Something pros is better data driven decisions, we get better decisions, increased disease diagnosis, treatment time is cut to half, there is integration of information, reduce unnecessarily hospital visits. But the cons are concerns regarding privacy and security. That is the most important drawback of artificial intelligence. Privacy, security, lack of interoperability, and high initial capital investment. So there are both plus and minuses of advancement of technology in medical science, as it is in all other fields also. So what my conclusion is, AI is changing every nook and corner of healthcare. It is changing. We have to accept it. It has its own challenges because health is a unique domain where no compromise can be made. Can we make a compromise that I did a surgery, did a knee replacement to a patient, and I say, ma'am, I'm sorry, यार वो आपका गोड्डा थोड़ा सा ढींगा हो गया, टेढ़ा हो गया, तो थोड़ा सा यार देखते हैं. We don't have a compromise. We can't go back. Medical profession is one profession where you can't look back. You just have to look forward. And yes, like it or hate it, you can certainly not ignore artificial intelligence. You just cannot ignore it. So an overall understanding is necessary to assess the reality and prepare ourselves. कोई क्लास का शरारती बच्चा होता है ना, टीचर उन्हें पसंद नहीं करती पर इग्नोर नहीं कर सकते, है ना? The best way of dealing with him is to make him monitor. Am I right, man? That's right. So we know we have to get the best of every student. We have to get the best of the artificial intelligence, which is useful to us and which is not useful to us. So AI can be used as a supporting friend to the overburdened healthcare sector. It has a huge role to play in precision medicine, to analyze huge volume of data, to do telemedicines. But one thing, humans are irreplicable. You cannot replace a human being, provided they adapt to the change and have the necessary empathy a healthcare staff should possess. The word is empathy. And to the young students, I want to tell you one thing: be empathetic, be sympathetic, be courteous. Because that is the only domain in human being which a computer, which a machine, which a robot cannot match. Be empathetic to your friends, be respectful to your teachers, be sympathetic to your juniors. Because that human behavior, I always say, heart के 4 चैम्बर तो होते हैं भाई, लेकिन फिर हार्ट में प्यार कैसे आता है? हम ये कैसे कहते हैं कि उसको देख के मेरा दिल धड़कने लग गया? It is not medically true ना. किसी बंदे को देख के गुस्सा क्यों आता है? That is not medically true. Science has not yet fathomed the emotions which we have, which we come. The anger, the emotion, the rubbishness, pyar, gussa, ladai. Don't miss that emotions. Be respectful to the teachers. Be empathetic to the downtrodden. Be sympathetic to your friends, to your juniors. That is the only thing which we are going to survive. Nothing else. Everything will be taken over by the machines. So, and very interesting thing happened. Yesterday, I messaged ma'am कि मैम कोई डिग्नेटरी आन के कहने डिग्नेटरी मैं थे मनप्रीत मैम है, वो तेन केड़े डिग्नेटरी चाहिए सफिशिएंट है ना, जोक्स अपार्ट मैम. So I just at that time I was free, so I just googled ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT, do you think you will surpass the doctors in future? Actually, I put this question to ChatGPT yesterday. So ChatGPT replied, that's a great question, and the kind of heart of the whole AI in medical debate. So already a lot of debate is going on. A lot of debate is going on in this thing. And what AI answered, artificial intelligence answered me, AI will definitely assist doctors more and more faster diagnostics, pattern recognition in imaging, like in cancer patients, even predicting diseases risk based on genetics, male, female, Asians, Africans, Americans, they all have a different disease pattern. They have a different disease pattern. Lifestyle, general socioeconomic status. Do you know that in Sri Lanka, you know Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka is surrounded by sea. There is no malaria in sea, there is no mosquito in Sri Lanka. Do you know that? Sri Lanka is one country which is mosquito free country. अगर आपको श्रीलंका घूमने जाना है तो क्लोरोक्विन खिलाएंगे आपको एयरपोर्ट में, अंदर नहीं जाने देंगे. Surrounded by a sea, but Sri Lanka made its country mosquito free country. Lot of greenery, still they made it. Doctors bring something AI can never replicate. That is what I always say. एक डॉक्टर की एम्पैथी कोई रेप्लिकेट नहीं कर सकता, एक ह्यूमन बीइंग का एम्पैथी कोई रेप्लिकेट नहीं कर सकता. ह्यूमन एम्पैथी, इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, इमोशनल बॉन्डिंग. Can you bond with the machine? Can I bond with this computer? I said, bloody yaar, 1 lakh da computer nawa le lange yaar, ediki na. This phone, we all change our phone every 2 years. It has a lot of data, a lot of information. But are we really emotionally attached to this phone? No, we are not. But can you change your friends? 3 months, one of my classmates, Manpreet ma'am must be knowing Himanshu's classmate, Kank. He is in US. He came to India कि मैं अपने बच्चों को हिंदुस्तान दिखाना है. And we had gala good time. ਅਸੀਂ मतलब ਬੋਲੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੋਏ ਸੀ 25 ਦੀ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਕਮਲੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੋਏ ਸੀਗੇ. है ना, मतलब पंजाबी च कपड़े बाहर हुए हुए सी सारे जने. That kind of emotional intelligence we cannot have. है ना? Ethical judgment. Can a computer judge you ethically? And then accountability. Can you hold a phone accountable कि मैं बंद हो गया? You cannot hold. But yes, you can hold me accountable as a doctor. कि बॉस तुसी 4 to 7 पेशेंट देखने सी कित्थे हो तुसी दसो. I can be accountable, but not a phone, not a machine. Understanding patient's context beyond data. See, in medical profession, it is not only algorithms. This is one thing where Newton's law fails. In medical profession, Newton's law fails. In everywhere else, it is E is equal to MC2. You all know E is equal to MC2? But in medical profession, I always say E maybe is equal to MC3. You may be a good doctor in your studies, but you may not become a good clinician. You may be a good doctor, but you may be barking at your patients. Patients won't come to you. They'll say, bloody hell, बदतमीज आया रहता बंदा. You need to be empathetic, and that is not true for doctors. My advice to you, young girls and boys, it is true for you in every profession. लंघ गया ज़माना जो गुंडागर्दी करके अपना कर लेते थे. We have to be honest. You have to be empathetic. You have to bow your head. 10 days ago, a massive storm came in Patiala into the whole of Punjab. Many trees fall. But they were all trees who were standing straight. The small buttas, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਛੋਟੇ plants हैं, they were bending, they never fall. Bend before you. And I can see all those 4 or 5 guys, they are so amused at my talk, they are just talking non-stop. Good. I can see my school days in you. I was, the most shararti bacha of MBBS in medical college. So anybody in my MBBS class cannot just move here and there because मेरे तो शरारती कोई हो नहीं सकता. And I can see all you 4 guys just laughing at me, and I am happy that I made you laugh, not sleep. That would have been worse for me. So even if AI becomes super advanced, it will likely be a partner, not a replacement. Do you know all who is Iron Man? Tony Stark? Marvel Comics? Marvel movies? So Tony Stark, Iron Man suit is for Tony Stark, not for me and you. So AI cannot replace us. So all the comics are also sacred. Thank you very much for the patient hearing. And can I take 30 seconds more, ma'am? I know I have overgone my time allotted. As a doctor, I just want to give an advice beyond this talk. I see a lot of young boys and girls coming to me, sadi pith dukhdi hai, sadi gardan dukhdi hai. I just want to give advice to you people, my dear children. Don't spend your time playing games on the laptops or on the phones. Go out, go in the sun, go in the rain. मिट्टी नाल मिट्टी हो, मिट्टी नाल खेडो, है ना. मैं अपने कॉलोनी दे विच, I used to live in Rajindra colony and I was the Banta champion of my colony. I still remember the days when we used to roll around this ground and Rajindra madam used to slap us कि उन्नू दे पट्ठे मिट्टी कर ली, सारी चिट्टी कमीज काली कर ली. Probably ताही स्कूल ने थोड़ी ड्रेस पिंक कर दी चिट्टी. I still remember when in 8th A I was telling ma'am कि अच्छे क्लास होती सी, उदा एक गेट अंदर होता सी, एक गेट पीछे प्रोसेस होता सी. We went outside the gate, we got drenched in the rain. Ranjit madam ne अच्छे फुले मारे से. But go outside. Don't spoil your health. Sitting in a closed door room, watching videos, watching movies, watching TV, watching phone is going to spoil your health, which probably you are not going to realize right now. You will realize when you are going to be 35 or 40 years of age. And then there's no turning back. Play outdoors, eat good food, not eat junk food. Live happy, be respectful. And one day, I wish not one but many of you will be here on this podium giving lecture to your students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, with your permission, a few students would like to ask you some questions. Shall we begin, sir? Who would like to ask the first question? Yes, please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Peter.
I am Ms. Khan from class 10th. My question to you is, what inspired you to choose medicine and orthopedics in particular as your field of expertise?
Keep smiling, Muskan. That is my first suggestion. Your name is Muskan, so keep Muskan. So what transpired me to become a doctor? You know, in 9th class I decided to become a doctor. In 9th standard I decided to become a doctor. I used to go with my father. My father was a teacher of physics. So मेरे घर च ऐसा माहौल सी भी भाई डैड यूज पक्खा घूम रहा दस केड़ी मोशन है दस केड़ा लॉ हो रहा मतलब फिजिक्स वॉज रोमिंग अराउंड इन माई हाउस है ना सो आई वॉन्टेड टू बिकम ए डॉक्टर because I used to go to Rajindra hospital at that time and teachers, the doctors in white aprons, I got fantasized by them. I was fantasized by them. And you know, I say two professions in this world are beyond any other profession. I must tell you, I got selected in Indian Civil Services also. I got Indian Postal Services as my branch. I was first posted at Rohtak. I resigned there and joined orthopedics. After I became a doctor, I cleared my IS also. But I chose medical profession. Why? Because one thing I wanted to be on my own. Second thing, there are two professions. A teacher, a doctor. ये दो वो प्रोफेशन हैं जिथे तुसी पैसा और ब्लेसिंग्स एट अ सिंगल को कमा सकते हो. Only two professions. You treat a patient, he will give you money, and his family will bless you. I love that feeling when a old lady comes to me, पुत तू सानू तुरना शुरू कराता, पुत तू साडे लिए रब है. And the same is for teachers. They are earning money. They are getting blessings from you also. I still remember my teachers. I cannot forget Ranjit ma'am. I cannot forget Rajindra ma'am. And that impact is throughout my life. And I always keep on saying, "Ki ma'am, you were my teacher. You taught me, and I am a doctor." So these are two professions which are beyond any compare.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Muskan. Is there anyone else ready with a question? Yes, please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, looking back at your school days in modern school, were there any specific experiences that shaped your journey?
Not one, but many.
Sir, share please one.
रात पड़ जाएगी बेटा.
Sir, what we want to share.
बहुत सारे थे, बहुत सारे experiences. Do you know we have two wells in our grounds? Have you seen those wells? आपके टाइम पे नहीं थे. One well was right here. प्रताप सिंह जी हमारे पीएम होते थे, उनका घर भी साथ में होता था. A small well, and that was working well. And we used to get water in our recess at that time. And then one well was just behind your 9th and 10th classes. That was covered at that time. And you know, I still remember मेरी एक शर्त लगी थी. One of my friends, Anurag Joshi, he is a lecturer in Thapar College Law. So everybody knows him. And one was Harsan Bindra, very naughty Sardar जी. शरारत वो करता था, डांट हमें पड़ती थी. वो हरसन बिंद्रा जी अभी भी रहते हैं पटियाला में. And one was Manoj Mangla, he is in Canada. He is a real estate owner in Canada. So one day we had a bet कि क्लास बंक करके मंजीत के समोसे कौन खाने जाएगा, कौन लेके आएगा. मंजीत जी के समोसे हैं अभी मैम. तो मंजीत जी के समोसे होते थे, कैंटीन होती थी, तो वी यूज्ड टू स्क्रैम्बल. 10 पैसे का एक समोसा होता था, फिर 20 पैसे का. जब मैंने 10वीं की तो 25 पैसे का था. तो आई बॉट इट फॉर 25 पैसे. तो हुआ क्या जी, हसन बिंद्रा जी ने कहा अमनदीप तू ही कर सकता है काम, सिर्फ तू कर सकता है. अच्छा अब सरदार वैसे ही चले होंगे ने अपा क्या ला. हरसन ने कहता मैं करूँगा. अपा क्लास छड्डी, मंजीत जी के समोसे लैन चले गए. 4 समोसे ले, उस तो बाद बस क्लास तक वापस नहीं आया मैं. आई वॉज स्टैंडिंग द ऑफिस वेयर मनप्रीत मैम सिट्स. Madam Chopra was the principal and Reena aunty was the vice principal, and Reena aunty was just like this. Madam Chopra डांट रहे हैं, Reena aunty कुछ नहीं बोल रहे हैं. And मैंने इस गल की घबराहट हो रही थी. We used to love Reena ma'am. We used to love all of us used to love it. And मतलब ਅਸੀਂ अपने स्कूल पास होने तो बाद भी उन्होंने घर जाते रहे. मैं इस गल तो डर रहा सी कि रीना मैम कुछ नहीं कह रहे, इन्हों की चुप भी बहुत माड़ी है. एंड शी सेड, बेटा, I never expected this from you. This was the one line which she said. She didn't scold me. She said, beta, I never expected this from you. She used to teach English to us. And that was the day I decided to be a very, very disciplined boy for the rest of my school. Because Reena ma'am, Reena auntie, जे उन्हें मैंने डांटिया नहीं, मैं गलती की, मैं क्लास बंक की, still she is saying, beta, I never expected from you. So I tell, that time I thought that I have to raise my standards up to her. That was the last year of my life.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Simar. Who wants to take the next turn? Yes, please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I wanted to know about some of the biggest challenges you faced during your medical education and early career, and how did you overcome them?
Challenges in what sense, beta?
Like, sir, in studies or
To be very
pressure?
honest, I never faced any challenges in my studies. Why? Because I loved medicine. That was my passion. You do what you are passionate about, then you don't face any challenge in doing that. You love those challenges. Overpassing those challenges is fun actually. It's just like a video game. Going past another car. So that was a video game for me. Throughout my career, it has been a video game. Then what Muskan said that why did I become orthopedician? In 9th, I decided to become a doctor. In my final year of MBBS, I decided to become orthopedic surgeon. Nothing beyond that, I was orthopedic surgeon. And if you love your profession, then I don't think so there are any challenges. I don't think so. Professionally, I never faced any challenge.
Yes.
There were obstacles which I overpassed, which I enjoyed overpassing. So do whatever makes you happy. Don't do what your parents say. I don't want you to disobey your parents. Understand, make them understand. I wanted my daughter to become an engineer. I wanted my elder daughter to become a physician. Manpreet ma'am knows. She is doing post-graduation. I wanted her to become a physician. She had the merit. She convinced me for 2 months that, Papa, I don't want to become a physician. I want to become an anesthetist because I love that profession. So do what makes you happy. Do what you are about passionate about. And there are no challenges.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ashwin. Is there anyone else?
Yes, beta. आ जाएगी बात तेरी बोल दे माइक पे बोल
Yes, sir. First of all, good morning, sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग
My name is Parambas, and as a doctor, I want to ask you, how does AI plays in emotions, right? We can't deny the fact that AI is our present and it will be our future, है ना? So in surgical and critical situation, how will it respond? And जब जहाँ पर emotions चाहिए वहाँ पर ये कैसा काम करेगा? As a doctor, I want you to point.
AI is a big zero in emotions. That is the only difference between AI and a human. That is the only difference between a human being and a humanoid robot. Your emotions, your compassion, your sense of belonging. The patient belongs to you, you belong to the patient. That is the only thing which is lacking. Rest everything, I say everything, a human, robot or AI will do it. 100% it will do it, except emotions.
Sir, how you feel like doing any critical work? What does emotion plays? How much it plays?
Emotion.
Yes.
You come to the school,
Yes, sir.
you are taught by many teachers.
Yeah.
They are not same.
No.
They are not same.
Yes.
You love some teachers, you don't love some teachers.
Definitely.
That's true.
Yes.
Why?
Because, sir, I like some and I don't like some.
That is what is emotion.
Thank you.
That is what is emotion here. You are taught by many teachers. They are all good teachers. They all make your
Yes.
future. They all teach you. But some teachers you get connected. You get connected, and throughout the life you are connected with those teachers. Maybe physically, maybe mentally. That is what is emotion, which is lacking everywhere.
What's the challenge with it, sir?
Can it be?
What's the challenge with it? With it?
Please repeat.
What's the challenge with it, sir? In AI, in these situations, what's the challenge?
Challenge is like I gave you a picture. I was doing a surgery. My robot was doing a surgery, and I was just manipulating the robot sitting in the side room, not in the operation theater, and robot went wrong. Robot pagal ho gaya, he killed the patient. Robot doesn't have emotions.
That's what I asked.
That is the challenge in medical profession. That is the challenge we are going to face. This AI might kill us because it is programmed to do a thing. A bulldozer is programmed to bulldoze this building. The bulldozer will not see that we are sitting in it. He will just come and he is programmed to demolish it. But if a human being is driving that bulldozer, he will say, there are kids in it, let the kids go out, then I will bulldoze it. That is the difference. That is the challenge. One day, a manned bulldozer by AI or by a robot will come and will bulldoze us because we are over-relying on artificial intelligence. See, there were Hakims who used to touch the pulse and diagnose it. Now it is the time of diagnostic kits. I, being an orthopedic surgeon, many laboratories of Patiala, they just say that he is a bloody fool doctor because my test nahi karwanda. I hate getting a person investigated. But my students, they rely on tests. My students, they rely on tests. मैं उन्होंने डांटता रहना पर सुनते नहीं. Holy की होएगा, their mind will be numbed. You will be dependent on the machines, and that machines are going to take over you. Then you won't order them; they will order you, and that time is going to come. And if the graph, the way the graph is going on, the Lancet Journal of Medicine predicts it to occur in 2060, when machines will overtake us. And whatever war games you are seeing on the video games, the war games, the hi-fi war games will occur in our lifetime if we don't stop it right now.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Now, I would like to call Simar to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you guys for a wonderful interaction. I just loved it.
Thank you, sir, for taking the time to be with us today. On behalf of Modern Senior Secondary School Patiala, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Amandeep Singh Bakshi for sharing his remarkable journey and invaluable insights with us. Sir, your story from being a student of modern school to becoming a medical professional and leader has truly inspired us. Your words reminded us that success is not just about titles and achievements, but about staying grounded, committed, and compassionate in everything we do. Your presence here today has left a great impression on our young minds and will surely motivate many of them to dream big and work hard. Thank you once again, sir, for being a guiding light to the next generation. Let's all give Dr. Bakshi a huge round of applause.